Verlaat me niet, ook al weet ik dat ik alleen sta. Twijfelend of ik hier wel hoor te staan. Ik beweeg mee in de tijd, totdat ik hier voortaan.
You had an amazing performance, a Dutch performance at the last one. So my mom was watching, of course, because she wants to see me, actually. But then when she was like, "Wait, why isn't she my daughter?" Because she thought you were so very talented, and because of that, we are here with you now, and we're going to ask you some questions about your music and about you.
Yeah.
So let's start with. Can you tell me something about your music background?
I started singing when I was little. I was never afraid to grab a microphone and go on stage, and that's the reason why I probably still am singing today. And I play the guitar since I was 10 years old, and at the moment I'm 20 years old, so I already play 10 years the guitar. And yeah, I think that's my music background.
You come from Zeeland. I don't know how you say it in English.
Yeah, I don't know either, because Zeeland, probably Zeeland, I think. Yeah, I'm originally from Zeeland, which is the southwest of the Netherlands on the countryside.
Has it ever had an influence on you and your music?
Yeah, absolutely, because in Zeeland, it's not a lot of people live in Zeeland, so you have a lot of opportunities as an artist to grow, because a producer always looking for new artists, but there are a lot of people living in Rotterdam, for example, but in the Netherlands, but in Zeeland, there's not a lot of people living. So if you are an artist in Zeeland, you get a lot of opportunities from the producers who are also living in Zeeland. So I think because of living in Zeeland has bring me so far in music.
That's great to hear. We're happy because now you are here with us, and you also performed. Do you perform on stage more often, actually?
Yeah, I am an artist, to say something like that. I play at several stages in the Netherlands, pop stages, but also in restaurants or beach houses. So yeah, I think that's kind of an artist. But I also have released an album on Spotify.
You study medicine?
Yes.
How do you, I mean, as someone who just knows about medicine, we all know that it's a very prestigious and a very hard study to do. How do you combine that with your music?
I think medicine is something totally different than music, because music is a creative process. You're writing, you're creating. But medicine is you have to learn something. So I think the differences between those worlds makes me I can do it both, because it's totally different.
Can you tell us more about the song that you performed at the OSN? It was called Bewegen in the Tide.
Yes.
What does that mean? How did it come about?
Bewegen in de tijd means that we are all teenagers, or not teenagers, we are all in our adolescent years, and we are rushing through life. We are studying, we are going out, we have those teenage years. But sometimes you just have to stand still in time to realize what life is, what you want to achieve in life, what are your goals. And I think a lot of people do not really stand still. We are just rushing through life. And I think it's important to just sometimes to stand still and breathe.
Do you know the book, The Power of Now?
No, but probably...
He's talking exactly about that in that amazing book. I would totally recommend it. So the power of now, like to be in the now and to enjoy the moment of now. Yeah. That's something that music actually, at least, it gives me. Whenever I'm listening to music, I don't really think about what I have to do tomorrow. I don't really think about what went wrong yesterday.
Yeah, that's exactly what the song is about. Sometimes you have to enjoy now. Everybody is busy with, I want to have my bachelor because I want to work in the future, but can you also enjoy right now of your subjects that you are learning, for example?
Sure.
Or making friends, is it just for nice contacts later in the future, or can you also enjoy the moments with your friends right now? So I think that's the song about, but also the book.
With these wise words, you're making my mom even more proud. I think if she watches this
That's so
interview.
cute.
What are your ambitions for the future?
I would love to make more music, but I also want to be a doctor. So that's the whole thing about me. I want to be a musician, but I also want to be a doctor. And especially I want to be an endocrinologist. I don't know really the English word, but it's a doctor who is specialized with hormones. And on music, in the music world, I want to release a new album. So yeah, those are my goals.
Okay, this is a question I hear you should never really ask, but when can we expect this new album?
Probably next year, I think.
Okay.
In 2022.
All right. You use the guitar a lot. Do you have a lot of songs with the guitar? And what kind of songs do you make in general?
I make songs that are... it's not really about the kind of songs, but more about the subjects of the songs. I think that's really important. For example, Bewegen in de Tijd. It's more about subjects that are not really songs about. For example, Bewegen in de Tijd, the rushing of life. There are not a lot of songs of this specific subject. But just music, in the field of music, I think people who play really good guitar think that I'm not a really good guitarist, but I think that's the whole thing about my music. I keep the melody very simple, but my voice has to be the main thing of the song. So not the melody, but the voice is the main thing of the song.
You said I couldn't say those 3 words. You said square, because that means more. Squares become circles inside my head. They come together, which make me upset. And I whisper your name in the dark, hoping you find my broken parts. I am lost in the maze of fear, and it's breaking me apart. And I'm sorry that I can't be the woman that I'm supposed to be. But I hope I make you smile when the square reaches me.
What is your favorite spot in Rotterdam?
Kralingsplas.
Who is your musical inspiration?
Probably Maaike Oudboter, which is a Dutch singer-songwriter.
Can you explain your feeling of music in one word?
Love.
What is your number one on your bucket list?
I would love to do a road trip through Canada and USA.
If you were to sing a duet, with whom would it be?
And probably Marcus Mumford from Mumford Essence. But it was not your fault but mine, and it was your heart on the line. I really fucked it up this time, didn't I, my dear?
Great, yes. Said perfect.